everybody, it's Maddie. We are back with another Agent Spotlight video, and this time we have Mahin.
Hi all.
So who are you? Where are you from? What's the scoop?
Let's see. So, I was born in Kansas. Lived in Italy briefly when I was a kid. My dad was in the Army. Grew up in Merriam, Kansas. Graduated from Shawnee Mission North. Went to various colleges, Johnson County Community College, K-State, Friends University, Mid-American Nazarene University. I have a bachelor's in like an IT engineering type role. I have an MBA. I was Marine infantry, stationed in Hawaii. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and so I graduated high school in 1988, and I have a 12-year-old daughter, so y'all can do that math, and you'll notice I'm an old guy with a young daughter. I think that's about it. And then I spent about 20 years at Sprint that turned into T-Mobile, and I retired from there at 50, so just a couple years ago, with the intention of helping Darcy out a little bit around here, and then we've grown fast enough that it's turning into a little more work than I'd intended, but that's all right.
You kind of touched on being in the Marines and being stationed in Hawaii. What was that like?
It is an interesting thing if you grew up in the wide open Midwest to move to an island that's about the size of Johnson County, Missouri. You feel a little trapped, but of course it was fun, and get to spend your weekends doing whatever you can afford on your $180 a week take home as an E3 in the Marine Corps.
Going from that and being surrounded in such a small area by predominantly just men, now being surrounded by 15
being infantry,
women.
being infantry, there were, I think the closest female on base was probably 6 miles away or something. And, the engineering type jobs and network architect stuff that I did and was pretty male dominated. So, it's a whole new thing being just me and 15 ladies around here. So, it's a nice change, but I get bossed around a little. Let's not kid ourselves.
You love it, though. Don't mind.
I don't mind,
To quote on The Office Space and just talking about being around us, what is it that you do here?
So, I am, if you imagine all the aspects of running a real estate business, and you think about the things that would be fun and the things that would not be fun, Darcy covers the fun stuff. I do social media, marketing, taxes, books, anything you would call drudge work or less than fun, it falls to me. I do like, though, helping mentor and do those kinds of things with some of the agents because I have a lot of experience in a lot of different aspects of life, so that part's fun.
A very important question that people want to know. You're always in your signature flat cap. Is there hair under there?
There is a moderate amount of, let's be honest, less hair than there once was. But I do technically have a little bit of hair, yes. But I do realize I'm opening myself up to ball jokes for the next 90 days or so.
Yes, 90?
Yeah,
for the rest
or
longer,
your
life. What is it that you do for fun? What are some of your hobbies?
For fun, let's see. I'm a motorcycle guy. I've got, some different bikes, touring bikes, some vintage stuff. So I've always been a motorcycle guy. Kind of a car guy. I've got a couple of kind of fast cars, a couple lifted Jeeps. So kind of motorhead, typical guy stuff that, we're into. Photography, I've been a photographer all the way back since the old darkroom days. That's probably about it. We travel a lot. Darcy and I we're national parks folks, so I've been to most of the national parks. We like Vegas. Kind of normal stuff.
I've heard you guys talk about it. You have Knob Noster roots, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I grew up, like I said, in Merriam on the Kansas side, but in the 1800s, the Mayans were heavy in Knob Noster. There's a Mayan road in Knob Noster. One of the first postmistresses in America was Elizabeth Mahin in Knob Noster in 1865. And I realize my beard's white, but I did not know her. I'm not that old. There's a lot of Mayan roots there in Knob Noster, and the cemetery is full of Mayans.
Interesting. To jump back into like the business side of things, you guys have 2 building projects going on right now. Tell us.
We
a little
do,
bit more.
yeah. So you guys recently heard Darcy and I bought a building in Warrensburg, and there will be an office there this summer. We're hoping for mid-June for an opening. And so that building will be about an 1,800 square foot office on half of the downstairs. The judo school will stay on the other side, and then upstairs will be an 1,800 square foot apartment and about 1,800 square feet of just event space. That at the moment Darcy's got planned for like a kind of a speakeasy vibe, like some old velvet couches and cool stuff up there. That, you know how she is, that could change 5 times, but and the idea there would be it's a place you can take clients up there. We can have events up there. Like nonprofits around town can use the space to meet. Like our current office, the Girl Scouts in Holden meet up here. So we like to make our space available to folks from town. And then the Holden building is, it will be about 4,000 square foot office downstairs. So it'll be kind of more the like headquarters, I guess you'd call it. There'll be a media room and conference room for doing closings, that kind of thing. And then upstairs will be a pair of 2,000 square foot apartments. One that'll be Darcy's residence, and then one for me when I'm in town, because I live in Olathe, so I come into town a couple days at a time. That might seem funny to people, but one 4,000 square foot apartment just seemed weird and not very cozy, but also I have more of a man cave vision for mine with like pool table and a couple motorcycles sitting around it and that kind of thing. Where obviously she has a different idea with regards to decor, so we'll just have a door in between. And we've had a surprising number of couples who've been married for a while tell us how smart they think that idea is. So we'll see how it works. But that's the plan for both of them. A lot of construction coming.
Yes, big things, exciting things. But in your own words, just to kind of wrap things up, why should somebody list with Homes by Darcy?
Oh, there are hundreds of reasons, but no. I mean, several of the obvious ones. We've got 16 agents, so that's a lot of social media presence, shares. Everybody here treats every listing as their own, right? They market it and they put it out there. They bring their buyers to the table. You get Darcy's 17 years of experience in real estate. You get my background in problem solving, and I ran a lot of nationwide infrastructure projects and had very large problems to overcome. So we're good here at getting things to the closing table and overcoming, the weird septic inspection and roof problems and all those kinds of things. But the biggest reason, honestly, is our social media. We take it more seriously than really anyone, either in Johnson County, Missouri, or the Metro, for that matter. We get, in a typical month, about 100,000 different people see at least one Homes by Darcy post in their feed. Homes by Darcy posts show up about 400,000 times in feeds, and we get about 60,000 engagements, meaning someone cared enough to either, click like or tag someone in a listing that they think they might like, comment, go through the pictures of a listing. And, the reason our numbers are so high is that we put so much effort into being engaged in the community, and we have so many followers, but they're also very dedicated followers, right? They see listings, they share them out. And the real advantage to that versus the folks that just use an iPhone to take pictures of your house and throw it on MLS. MLS is a destination, right? So your listing's out there, but somebody kind of has to find it, right? Where our method, so a typical listing post that we make is seen by 20,000 to 25,000 people. We're putting your listing on a device in their pocket, right? So maybe they weren't quite in the market, but they love your house, or they know their cousin would love your house and they are in the market, and they tag them in the post. So it's more of a push type notification rather than a destination where you're relying on somebody finding your listing. So of course our stuff goes in MLS as well, but we give you that whole extra piece of marketing, which results in more showings, which results in quicker sale, better price, all that. So honestly, that's the biggest reason. That and our photography quality, right? Like we have several real photographers around here, and we use professional equipment, and we edit, and we do video walkthroughs, drone footage, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of reasons, but those are the biggest ones, I'd say.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more that goes on behind the scenes and what goes into the whole process that a lot of people don't really see. But
yeah, and like I said, it's really just the idea that we actually market your property, right? Where so many brokerages are kind of stuck in the, the billboard yellow page era where they think, we'll market ourselves and then we'll throw your listing in MLS for you. And really that just doesn't cut it nowadays. It's not going to get you top dollar, certainly.
Well, that's everything. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just stay tuned and keep your eye out for the next Agent Spotlight video.
Thanks, guys.